Hello everyone, Old Nile here, and as you can see we are back to Fallout 4. Yesterday, that is, well, roughly this morning, like around midnight, a new DLC has been released for Fallout 4, which is called the Vault-Tec Workshop. This is the fourth DLC in the line of DLCs for Fallout 4, as things currently are. I don't know how many there will be in total, but this is like the second group of DLCs that have been, about which information has been released. The first two being, like mostly workshop stuff, and Far Harbor, which was a pretty major extension to the standard Fallout 4 experience, which essentially gave you a whole new area to explore. Kind of like how pretty much almost every DLC was for Fallout New Vegas, so to say, or Fallout 3. But, well, since in this game, in Fallout 4, crafting stuff and managing settlements is sort of a bigger element. I mean, it hasn't really existed before, so obviously it has to be a bigger element compared to the previous games. Well, obviously some DLCs were meant to focus on that, and well, for someone like me who is into, that crafting stuff and managing your settlements, equipping your dwellers, so to say, or, well, citizens, or, well, just people who decide to come over to your place and live there. And so, this management aspect and the crafting aspect, if you're interested in that, then you probably got something out from each of the DLCs. But, well, there are complaints. I have seen people complain that just the simple workshop DLCs don't really have much content, so to say. Some of them, well, I mean, Automaton, the very first one that was released, the one that in which you can build your own robots, you can even have them as companions and such. Well, yeah, well, that one has a bit of questing in it. Some quests, nothing too major from what I can tell. I mean, there are some quests that get you into the whole robot crafting stuff, and then you have to... well, I'll be honest, I haven't played the whole of that storyline, but, just a bunch of quests. Go here, defeat this guy, go there, clean out the robots, go somewhere else, the end. I assume that's what's happening. And in the DLC after that, which one was that? Can't even remember. Well, anyway, that was just basically, that's where they introduced, like you could build like fighting arenas, you can build cages, a whole different new kind of stuff for your, building your workshop stuff. So basically, all that workshop stuff, some people don't really find it good enough. And Far Harbor did some good in that aspect. I mean, the world is pretty interesting to explore. It is dangerous, even if you go there with like a level 50-ish character like mine. I mean, this is my main character, one you have seen in the videos before. Those 4 videos that I have done when the game was released back in the day. Well, as you can see, I have come a long way, so there have been improvements. A lot of adventuring. Well, I have completed the base game. The storyline, the main storyline itself, Brotherhood, by the way, in this playthrough at any rate. But yeah, Far Harbor is still... can be challenging. There are some surprises there. But anyway, so the DLC stuff. This time, Vault-Tec Workshop has been released. Now, what this gives you, the basic promise here is that, not too hard to figure out, you have to manage your own vault, which is, well, a pretty interesting concept. I mean, like I said, I am pretty intrigued and find it fun to sorry, throat. So to I find it interesting to manage your own settlements, build cool stuff, and building your own vault is a pretty big thing. Okay, now where does the vault stuff start? Now, as you can see, Vault 88, the one that you can manage in this DLC, is pretty far down south. Now, you begin up here, and as the game tends to remind you every now and then, the further south you go, the more dangerous things get. Now, obviously, this is the hardcore area. Well, if you consider radiation, I mean, this is ground zero for the atomic explosion that you see at the very beginning of the game, that you narrowly escape. Spoilers, by the way. The children of Atom actually live there, for whatever reason. I don't know how they survive, but that's a different storyline. So, as you can see, you have to cover quite a bit of ground if you want to get to Vault 88. Pretty much across the whole map, almost. And, well, this area isn't exactly the sunniest place. It's a pretty boggy area, a lot of water, radiation, stuff like that. And there is also Quincy. Now, if you have played the game and seen some of the, the Minutemen stuff, you will know that Quincy was the place where a big massacre was carried out by the Gunners. And this was a pretty major defeat for the Minutemen, so the place actually has history. But more importantly, like I said, Gunners being victorious in that battle, Quincy is just overrun, or, well, so to say, inhabited, or, well, dominated, whatever you like, by Gunners. And those guys can be trouble if you're not prepared. Officially, they recommend you to come here at least level 20, and above, obviously. So, yeah, if you want to come here, be prepared, because you have to cross all the way over here. And there's just all kinds of bad stuff. Raiders, ghouls, obviously, super mutants, probably. Yeah, dangerous stuff. But if you actually manage to get here, then you will find like it's sort of like, not even sure. So it's in this area here. I actually walked here from Hyde Park, and it's basically looks like an excavation site from outside. I don't want to go out there then because of, avoiding the loading time stuff. We don't need that right now. But it looks like a flooded excavation site, and it's actually inhabited by raiders. When you first come in here, you actually see that raiders are trying to, smack their way in through this door. Obviously, they can't open it, but there's like 3 guys. One of the ashes are actually over there still. Yeah, the laser hawk, as I tend to call this weapon, did the job. So they were trying to break in. Another clue that they were doing this is sledgehammer. But I was the one with the means of getting in, obviously. And once I got inside, I found that there is someone here. The overseer, or at least the intended overseer for this particular vault. But as things are, let me just, okay, let's get rid of some stuff here. Just anything really, but we don't need that. Laser rifle, sure. The sledgehammer, not a priority to have right now. I'll take the jumpsuit, sure. I've never seen this before. Pip-Boy. This is how they store the Pip-Boys, apparently. That's pretty cool. Okay, so anyway, you get here, and soon, well, I mean, you have to do a couple of things for this overseer, who turns out to be a ghoul. That's how she actually remained alive all these years. Yeah, you have to take care of a couple of people who haven't managed to maintain their, their sanity, as ghouls tend to, after a while. So yeah, you have to kill a couple of ghouls who used to be like the security people, the builders who were working on the vault. And after that you get to the overseer, and she explains that this place hasn't been finished actually, and she kind of wants you to help her and finish the vault, because apparently she has a couple of prototype projects that were intended to be tested in this vault. more importantly on the dwellers of this vault. I mean, if you know anything about, you know, the Fallout Vault stuff, how Vault-Tec normally does their vaults, then you will know that Vault-Tec doesn't shy away from testing on, well, on their people who come in here in the belief that they will be safe here, and as is the case in many instances, I mean in many cases of vaults, then they find out that, well, some pretty unethical things can happen in these vaults, depending on which one you happen to enter. I mean, in this particular storyline, you begin by, you know, being cryo-freeze, so that's not cool. So anyway, enough of that talking. So you did do all these initial things, and you arrive to this area. It's pretty imposing, isn't it? Impressive size. Now, I haven't explored this DLC much yet. I decided that maybe I can do that in a video. All I have done so far is that I cleaned up some of this stuff, like, you know, usual salvaging work when you get to a new area, a new settlement. Like, for instance, there were a couple of train tracks here, trains, crates, barrels, all sorts of stuff. I got a ton of steel from that already. But as you can see, there's still a lot to salvage in this area. And as the overseer, who is sitting over there at her overseer's desk, this is also one of the things you have to do at the beginning. For her, obviously, she will get her own office. I mean, that will take a while. I have to figure out how to build this vault, but she will have their own place. Okay, so like I was saying, she explains that this is not the only area of the vault. Mind-blowing as it may sound, I mean, this is a pretty big area, as it is already, but there are further sections or sectors, as they are called here, which can be discovered. Now, this looks like, yeah, northeast sector, so apparently behind this stuff, which you can excavate, actually, as you can see, it's a rock slide. Let's get a bunch of steel and concrete. There is yet another area. Now, this green boundary is, as you know, it's the boundary of the, you know, the settlement area, the, you know, the range of the workshop of that particular area. So behind this wall I can't really craft anything. But the good thing is that, oh hello, what's this? That's a mole rat. Uh-oh, dropped it. So much for this. Could use the hide and the teeth. You never know what I may have to craft for this lovely vault. So the thing is, if you explore these areas, you know, these additional sectors of the vault, and find the workshop and the circuit board that you need to activate the workshop, then you have new areas to use, you know, for extending your vault. Now, at this point I can't even imagine how big the vault can potentially get if you unlock all of the sectors and build rooms everywhere. So that's pretty impressive on paper. I can see that they were trying to build a couple of rooms here. Oh, alright, this is not... I was trying to store these things in the workshop, but we have to activate it first, like I said. So how about we try and find the workshop. Hi. Shotguns are fun, don't you think? Well, that was quick. Where are you? No. Yeah, brood mothers everywhere. Okay, where is the next one? Right under me. Okay, let's make it easier for you. It's just a pop bobby pin. Okay, hide and teeth. That's all I need. So much for this. Pest eradication has arrived. Okay, well, I didn't see the workshop anywhere near here. Let's have a look around here. Maybe there's something useful up here. There's a crate with a baseball base, oven mitt. Well, that stuff will be stored anyway if I remove the base for it. It's a pretty big open area, so I might as well switch to mid-range. Wondergool, screwdriver. Now, as usual, we are looking for a red workshop. It looks a bit different than your standard settlement workshop, but it's pretty easy to identify. But finding it might not be as easy. Fragmentation mine could be useful. Now, it is possible that these tunnels, and eventually, if you actually build it, your vault may have multiple entrances. I have found a tunnel that actually leads into a metro station, like an underground station, and so I'm assuming that there might be multiple exits, entrances. Just no scope it. There we go. Thank you for popping out like this. So that's pretty interesting. Like I said, it still blows my mind how big these areas can be and how much room you actually will have for building your vault. What other weapons do I have? Huh, might as well. Some radiation stuff. Works. Does the job. Thank you. What? Oh, that was easy. A frigid boxing glove. Oh, freezing the enemy. Oh, that's just a military grade duct tape. But we also need to find that circuit board at the... Are you alive? Isn't that... Oh, it's a skeleton. Looked like a crouching ghoul. From the back there. Ah, I think this might be it. Vault-Tec control board, northeast sector. So yeah, you actually notified when you pick up the stuff that you actually need. It looks like a military grade circuit board, but at least the game tells you that yes, this is the stuff you need. Go and take it to the workshop. I'm just picking stuff up for, you know, future crafting purposes. I'm assuming that I'm going the right way for the workshop. I hear you. Hello. Oh, this looks fun. Wanna come down here? Oh, you're not the guy I wanted. Go for the legs. That was easy. May have to switch to a shotgun. Just gonna make short work of these guys here. Hopefully it won't be the other way around, but so far I'm not worried. 45 rounds. Ah, auto stim leather chest piece, okay. Valuable stuff. Am I overcumbered again? Over encumbered. Hey, yes. Well, metal right arm, we don't need that. I guess I'll have to eat another grilled red stag soon, because that's another reason why I can carry so much right now. I hear movements. You guys wanna come over here and be friends? They're somewhere above me. Where are they? Here. Right above. I actually haven't noticed this before. They actually make the dust fall off the boards. Okay, shotgun time. Oh, this is blocked off. Huh, what is this? It's like a store in there. I can't get to it yet. Okay, so do you mind stopping the... Little bit unnerving, all this. I kind of want to get rid of this problem if I want to extend my vault all the way over here. But where is the workshop? This way? It didn't come... I came from over there, I think. Okay, well, let's see.